I'm Evelyn Linwood. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, I am a published author, self-published, and I also do freelancing. I have been doing it through Fiverr, and today's video is why I'm quitting Fiverr. I will go over like some of the pros and cons that I've had with Fiverr. Some of you may find that actually this video makes you want to sign up. It just depends what you need. For me, the reason that I joined in the first place was to fund my indie publishing dreams, which I think I successfully did that. I've earned on Fiverr, not all the money has gone to that, but I have earned enough that it would have paid for my book if I had saved up for that, but I had to buy groceries, So as far as why I'm quitting, actually, I will go over some of the features first. So Fiverr has this thing called seller levels, and it is based on some performance metrics. Their levels go from new, level 1, level 2, top rated. And top rated, you have to have earned $10,000 on Fiverr to get that, and there's a lot of other things that you have to have done, including a 9 as a success score, which we'll talk about that in a minute. So I am a level 2 seller currently, although my status is in danger. So a success score. This is a mystery metric that they relatively recently added. I've been freelancing on Fiverr for 2.5 years-ish, and I can't remember when they added this, but it has been a frustration ever since, because nobody understands what it does or how to influence it. The only thing that I've learned that can kind of improve it is to constantly message people about the job while you're working on it, which, because of the nature of what I'm doing, just editing, it takes a little longer for each job. So my success score is going to be lower. And with the formatting helps because, you have to message back and forth to figure out what all options authors want, if they want, how they want, all the details of what their book looks like. So that's actually kind of helpful for the success score. The editing projects, because they're longer, at least I'm assuming this is how it works. I don't know. Nobody knows. I think Fiverr knows, maybe. So the success score is a constant irritation to me. As for rating, and this is based on your reviews from actual clients. I have a 4.9 out of 5 over 2.5 years of work. Okay. So I have consistently gotten very high ratings. So I'm very happy with my rating. If I had a 5, that would be sketchy because everybody has a difficult client once in a while. Orders, I qualify actually for top rated. Unique clients, I qualify for top rated. Rating, I qualify for top rated. Response rate, I had a 90. It recently dropped, and I don't know why. This is supposed to be your response to incoming messages from new clients. You have to respond within 24 hours to get a positive response rating. In the past, I've had it drop, and then I've messaged Fiverr about it, and they've said that it was me, even though, yeah. So every once in a while, you will get spam, and Fiverr's pretty good about catching the spam and deleting them quickly. You can report it, and supposedly it doesn't affect your response rate. I have found that this is a little bit possibly glitchy because I think maybe the spam is bearing the other messages. I don't know. I've had it drop randomly for no good reason when I have responded to people within a couple of hours. So response rate is another constant irritation. And I have worked really hard to be, to get my metrics up so that I could build up to level 1 because you get more visibility and a little like sticker on your name. Level 2, again, the same thing. I do not qualify for the top level currently because of my response rate and my success score, and because my earnings over 2.5 years are less than $10,000. So that's that. Which again, I started out beta reading, so that was a lot cheaper and it was just little bits of extra. Now that I'm doing editing, it's actually, when I get orders, I'm making a little bit more. So that's the next thing, when I get orders. So I was doing pretty well. And then Fiverr, I don't know if it's actually happening or if it's just I'm unlucky, but Fiverr introduced a lot of like pro features, and I was a pro member for a few months and I got more orders when I was a pro member. So they added that, and I just feel like I'm not getting the same response I used to get. You can also they make it really easy to do ads. So you click at the top of the page, there's a little growth and marketing tab. You click on Fiverr ads, and then you can just set, oh, I have an ad on right now? I didn't even know I had ads running. Stop promoting. So I have had, in the last 60 days, 777 impressions from the ads I've run, which resulted in 33 clicks and 0 orders. And I spent $11.58 on ads, which is not that much to spend on ads. I know that, but it's always like that. I get no response from and they're not true ads, they're promoted gigs. So they pop when people search, I think that they just come up like the top of the search. I couldn't swear to it because I don't really. So that's my assumption. It's not, don't assume that that's correct. So that is 2 major irritations, is I don't get enough gigs and their metrics are really hard to maintain or improve. And I don't work on Sundays, including checking my messages. So if somebody messages me like Sunday morning at 5 a.m. and then I get on Monday morning at 9, my response rate dropped. And I am really strict about my Sundays. They are mine. I'm not, So again, part of that is me but I do that it doesn't matter. So for me, Fiverr is not working very well. That is one major irritation. Another even bigger irritation. Fiverr takes 20%. Which, yes, they work as a middleman. They get me clients sometimes. But say I have a $100 order for whatever reason. Fiverr takes 20% of that. When it's a smaller order, I don't tend to notice as much. But once I started doing like copy editing and, someone might have a 50,000 word book, it's $300. Fiverr is taking $60 off that. So it's not $300. It's not $300, it's $240. Okay. That's not that bad, but it feels a little steep to me. And then to add insult to injury, they take 5% on the customer side. So my client is getting charged $315. So Fiverr didn't take 60, they took 75. And then if a client chooses to give me a tip, it happens again. Fiverr takes 20% of the tips. I don't know if they charge on the client end for tips because I've never ordered something through Fiverr. So there is that. There is also the perceived, people assume that you're not going to do a good job. I take my client work very seriously, But I have had a lot of people be a little bit nervous about sharing their work with me, afraid either that I'd steal it or that someone, like, just that I'd do a bad job. So I've encountered that one person even wanted me to sign an NDA, which is really, really, like, as an editor, that is so far outside of what is the norm. I mean, I didn't mind too much. I agreed to it, but in general, you don't want to ask editors to sign an NDA. It's incredibly insulting. So, yeah, so people don't trust. There's less trust than there is on average in the industry. Because Fiverr isn't part of the publishing industry. It's part of just like general freelancing. So we have that aspect. And then we have the fact that I do not have the option to accept or reject an order. So for instance, recently I had someone place a beta read order and they didn't send me the manuscript, which no big deal. Not that big a deal. I'm not annoyed at the client or anything. They did nothing wrong. But they didn't send me the manuscript. So I have this order placed. I have to deliver in 21 days. I don't have the manuscript. I messaged them. I don't hear back for almost, a week and a half, something like that. Might have been 2 weeks. I'm really bad at remembering timelines. I have my bullet journal, so I'm never late on deadlines. But I'm bad at remembering backwards in time. That's the ADHD time blindness there. Anyway. Yeah, so I can't reject an order. So if I cancel an order, it hurts my metrics. And if I request an extension on the deadline, it hurts my metrics, even if they agree. And this client, they agreed to an extended deadline. They sent me their manuscript, no big deal. They placed a second order, which I don't know if they got confused or if there's a new manuscript. There was no manuscript sent with that one. So I messaged them. I haven't heard back. Whatever. I might have to just manually cancel that one and hurt my metrics. I don't care about my metrics anymore because I'm quitting. Yeah. But that is one of the big things. And sometimes they have a way for you to say, I'll only accept this many orders. But then if you get if I get 3 copy editing orders all at once, then the 21-day delivery is difficult. Yeah. So that's an issue for me. I have been really irritated by a lot of things on Fiverr, and now they're pushing AI features. So some of y'all may remember my rant about AI. Yeah. I am not a fan of AI in creative spaces. I view it as actual theft. Fiverr has AI features. They are suggesting that people do use AI in their deliveries and orders, and I do not. I will not. I never will. So that is my main irritations with Fiverr. And I know that's all very, very negative. I have enjoyed my time on Fiverr. I've met clients that I really enjoyed working with. I've met clients that I really hated working with. The majority have been great. I've read some interesting manuscripts that I never would have gotten a chance to read. I've read some that I kind of wish I hadn't had a chance to read. But by and large, it's been an overall good experience. It's just not been a very lucrative one, and it's come with a lot of minor irritations throughout. Now, the AI thing is kind of a big deal to me, but it was not enough for me to straight up quit, because again, I'm not using it. I had mixed feelings about it, but I wanted to continue funding my publishing. But last year, I started a business. Last year, I started a business called Night Sky Publishing, It is an LLC. I did it in part to publish my novels through, partially for privacy. Evelyn Linwood is a pen name, so that's not my real name, but it is, I didn't want my address listed, so I started a business. But I also wanted to build up the business to be more than just my personal publisher. So my eventual plans for Night Sky Publishing, I want to help other authors get their books out there. And specifically, like the books that I love and that I want to promote would be genre fiction, so like science fiction, fantasy, cozy mystery, sweet romance, that kind of thing. Those are the 3 genres that I really read a lot. Yeah, so I wanted to promote genre fiction that is, I call it hopeful fiction. I'm not really sure what to call it. Uplifting genre fiction. The actual mission statement that I have for, I'll pull it up here. The mission statement that I have for my business, I am very attached to. It is Night Sky Publishing mission statement. Our mission is to connect readers with uplifting genre fiction while providing authors a middle ground between traditional and self-publishing. So, if the name hybrid publisher wasn't already taken, I would take it. Night Sky Publishing, in my vision, will never ever buy IP. I hate that there are publishers out there who take advantage of people looking to self-publish, or not quite self-publish, but to get their books out there, who don't want to leap through all the hoops. So they'll just kind of, either vanity press style, or some of the small publishers will take authors' rights without really providing much in return. So I don't want to, I have a real problem with that just on a moral level. I don't want to buy IP. I want to provide, basically my vision is to hook up authors with the professionals that they need to get their book polished and published. So authors would still be self-publishing their work. I don't want it to be quite published through Night Sky Publishing. Like, it doesn't have to say Night Sky Publishing on the back or anywhere on the book. I want to help people find reliable editors, help with formatting if they need it, help with marketing if they need it. This is like my long-term vision. Right now, all I have is my website, which is nightskypublishing.com. So on my website, I have a few different editorial services available. I have a sheet where people can contact me. Yeah, so that is, or I think I have formatting available. So I have manuscript critique, copy editing, and formatting. And this is all just me doing that at the moment. So it is, yeah, it's a one-man show. So I'm only doing fantasy, cozy mystery, and sweet romance, which is non-spice romance, non-spice, non-dark. Because those are the genres I read, so those are the ones that I can actually provide good editorial services for. I don't want to be, I don't want someone to pay me to edit their book and then I don't know, genre expectations or that kind of thing, so I'm being a little bit picky. I mean, not picky, but if a client comes to me with a book that I'm not a good fit for, I tell them. Anyway, so that is what I'm currently doing. In the past, I did offer a map making service. So I had my map guy from Showing Silver was on my website for a little bit. He kind of got busy with his day job, so I took that off just due to timelines, because I don't want people to have to wait forever, and neither did he. It was a mutual decision. So, yeah, in the future it would be nice to be able to offer stuff like that as well. Maps, cover designs. I'm not currently offering that. If you are someone who offers these services and you want to discuss it, you can email Night Sky Publishing LLC at gmail.com. I will put it on the screen as well. So I would love to talk to you about it and, see a sample of your work, a couple samples. Anybody who I hire, I would want to not use AI. At least generative AI. Obviously, like normal old spell check from the dinosaur days, I don't have an issue with. But yeah, so that is my dream, is to make the publishing easier. There are a lot of people who don't love the way trad works. Like, they want to be a true career author, and that's very difficult to do through traditional publishing. I mean, some people do it. Don't get me wrong. Some people do it. Some people see great success. Most authors never quit their day job. Or if they do it, they regret it. I think it's more common from what I've seen for indie authors to see like an actual career out of writing. And again, a lot of indie authors are also doing side gigs that are related using the same skills. So make of that what you will. But a lot of indie authors will put together so that writing is their job. Yeah. So I want to make that easier for people who don't necessarily want the whole indie, I'm running a business feeling. They just want to focus on the writing. So I want to make life easier for that subset of people. And even the people who want to run a business, it is very hard to find affordable, reliable, trustworthy help. So that is my dream. I want to bridge that gap, help people publish their books, help people fulfill their dreams, and put out more books in the world that are like the kind of thing that will cheer you up when you're down or help you through a rough patch in your life. I mean, everybody has that book that they read when they were hurting about something and it helped. Well, maybe not everyone, but most of the bookworms I know. Yeah, so that is my dream. I was trying to transition from Fiverr to doing that, and it's not, I don't think that there's going to be any client crossover. I mean, I have the same Instagram account that I'm promoting both with, but I don't think I need to worry about I'll miss some of my repeat clients, but I can't do Fiverr anymore. It's not, I'm done. So I'm going to close down my Fiverr account by the end of August, we said. So I'm still accepting orders for the moment. It'd be nice if I could get like one more big order. But in the meantime, I am now promoting Night Sky Publishing. I have like a Facebook ad up. We'll see how that goes. It is my hope that this becomes enough of a side gig and I don't have to like go get a part-time job or something. Not that I object to working, I want to do the writing. So hopefully this won't slow me down. Hopefully it'll help me build up Night Sky Publishing to fulfill that dream that I had when I started it. Because I want it to be that for people for both readers and authors. Hopefully. Now, for those of you who are considering Fiverr, I would say probably your best bet is to do Fiverr Pro. I hate to tell you to spend money, but the ads for me have not worked very well. They might work for you. And you can set like a limit. But I don't get very many clicks on my ads, so it never spends my limit. Maybe I'm just bad at setting up the gigs so that it's clickable. Maybe this is a me problem. If you want to use Fiverr, I'm not saying don't. I'm saying just be aware of, the metrics are tricky to get you up to the levels. I'm not sure what all is client facing, so I don't know which metrics people can see, but I do know that they can see like the 4.9, the star rating, and the response time. Or at least when I joined they could, which was 2.5 years ago. So this is going to be a big shift for me, but I'm glad that I'm doing it. I think really focusing on Night Sky Publishing will be better in the long run. I mean, who doesn't want to fulfill both their dream and other people's? So thanks for watching. If you find the content on my channel helpful, feel free to subscribe. I don't think that subscriptions work very well these days. If you watch YouTube mostly from your homepage, I'm going to post this on Rumble too, but this isn't really relevant. But if you watch YouTube from your homepage, your subscriptions don't tend to pop up that much. You have to actually click on subscription, the subscription tab, which I don't know about you, but I don't do that much. So you may or may not see my other videos. You might have to actually seek them out. Likes also boosted in the algorithm, I think. Yeah, comment below if you have any Fiverr questions or any questions about Night Sky Publishing. Again, if you're looking to work with me on that, don't comment, actually send an email. Again, that is nightskypublishingllc@gmail.com. So yeah, that is, I'm hoping to build it up. Hopefully word of mouth gets around once I start having actual Night Sky Publishing clients. You got to start somewhere. But if Fiverr questions, ask below. Night Sky questions, you can ask below. Email is better for if you want to work with Night Sky Publishing. Or you can sign up on the website. Which, if you send a message, that doesn't in no way require you to place an order. It's just you're inquiring. Don't feel, yeah. Thanks for watching.